Do you know what's worth fighting for when it's not worth dying for? Does it take your breath away and you feel yourself suffocating? Does the pain weigh out the pride and you look for a place to hide? Did someone break your heart inside? You're in ruins. 121 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight. 121 guns, throw up your arms into the sky. You and I. When you're at the end of the road and you lost all sense of control and your thoughts have taken their toll, when your mind breaks the spirit of your soul, your faith walks on broken glass and the hangover doesn't pass. Nothing's ever built to last. You're in ruins. 121 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight. 121 guns, throw up your arms into the sky. You and I.
All right.
Did you try to live on your own when you burned down the...
Hello, we are on. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, Jesse. You're not over there. I knew that. Hey, Benton and Willie.
Hey.
Others.
Hi.
How are you guys doing? Oh my God.
Doing good.
Harder. That's good. I look real tired right now. We're going to get going here in a minute, everyone out there in internet land. We're all broadcasting from our own private bunkers. I am coming in from Placerville, California, P-ville, they call it for short. Benton, where are you broadcasting from? Where's your home?
Home base, Davis, California.
Oh, and Willie, how about you?
Hey, I love TRL, West Sacramento, live and direct.
Oh man, my dream finally fulfilled of being Carson Daly.
Hey there, I'm finally sitting down.
Yeah. Well, I think Jesse might be over in his seat now. I can't tell.
Yeah, that was I'm sitting down now.
Hi, Jesse. Where are you broadcasting from?
Funny you should ask. From 1710 Broadway, Sacramento, California.
Right.
With so many audience members.
We're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, as the weird message we got in to Stab a couple days ago, making sure we weren't still doing shows with, quote, large numbers of people in the audience.
Whoa! Wait, who was the message from?
I don't know. Some weird rando just messaged the Stab Facebook page, So what was the full message here, just to make? It was the very casual, very not a direct sting operation message that we got.
What a shitty vigilante.
Yeah. So the message that came into the Stab Theater page was this woman who, as Jesse Rivera accurately pointed out, was sporting the very just picture of the "I need to speak to your manager" haircut. Her message was, "Are you still open with large numbers of people coming to your theater?"
Honey, that wasn't a problem before the quarantine.
Yeah.
Honey.
We couldn't have gotten people sick if we tried.
That's problematic in its own right, John.
Hey, toots.
Hey, why don't you get back to working on your gams, lady, instead of
Am I smelling cookies burning? How about you get back in your lane there? And by lane, I mean taking your children back home from soccer.
make sure not to crash on the way home. Bada bing.
And I'm not talking about a sugar crash from all that Sunny D you've been sucking down.
It's got solar energy.
Well, that's good that people are concerned about other people's stuff.
Yeah,
The community
that's
cares,
nice.
Jesse.
It is nice. I'll take it that way, and not as some sort of weird sideways. I had been wondering from the beginning if I had just said, "Oh yeah, no, we totally are," and tonight's show's sold out. Sorry, but try again Friday. We give everybody a nice welcoming kiss on the mouth when they come in the door. Just wonder what the reaction would have been if I had said, "Yes, we're open."
You should have.
I just know the chastising. How could you? How could you be? Come on.
How could you? I'll be there at 10. What show's playing?
It was probably just some comedian looking for stage time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Need a taste, man.
Or someone from an opposing comedy club.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys know, you guys know that we could use your 5 minutes. I mean, before you even turn off the cameras tonight, just record a set, and then submit it to the social distancing stand-up showcase every Thursday and Sunday.
You guys only doing that? Is it only in your living rooms and bathrooms and stuff?
It doesn't. We'd prefer it, but we're open to whatever.
We would prefer it, but nobody follows fucking direction. So, yeah, we take everyone's live set, which is fine, but
Yeah,
we're
just
grateful. We are grateful for everyone that submitted, but we were trying to keep it a little bit different.
Yeah, that's just a YouTube playlist. That's not if you it's a whole bunch of live sets.
Right. But anyway, you guys want to get this show rolling? Shall we?
Yeah.
I ran over real quick to look at the chat that I'm not going to be able to keep up with through the night, but I did want to let people know. Yeah, it's a good thing that this is a podcast, because our video quality is going to be a little low tonight. So if it's choppy, that's unfortunately the strongest signal we can get out to you. So just hang in there. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, the resolution makes it look like I have a shitty beard. So watch out for that, viewers at home.
It's the only thing that's pixelated is that beard.
It's not. I don't think it has anything to do with the resolution.
The man in the embroidered robe said it has something to do with the resolution. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah, Benton right there. Champs wear embroidered robes. I'm like a wrestler.
It's like Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Next time we book him, it's going to be just covered in sequins and feathers.
Like, Benton, would you stop yelling "woo," please? Just for a goddamn second.
I imagine more of an Elton John look.
Yeah, giant sunglasses next time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm referring to you as Tiny Dancer for the rest of the show.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this thing going. Because I want to do other stuff tonight.
Oh.
No. You guys, welcome to Stab, everyone out there. Looks like we have 5 viewers on Facebook. That's great. I don't know how many we have on Twitch, but you know what? We appreciate everyone coming out and supporting the show very much. We're going to get started here. I'm just going to go ahead and play the music and get ready for Stab.
Roughly 24 to 92 hours ago, Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 4 specific humorists to give various potentially communicate on several random topics, which they'll now perform for the first and likely to last time in front of a live studio audience.
That's you!
In a show called
Stab! Oh my God! Everyone make some noise out there.
Still not sure if
Wherever
I'm
you're at. Oh my God! Benton and Willie raised the roof at the exact same time. Just like Martin Luther King's dream realized right there. Oh, wonderful. You guys, thank you for coming out to Stab. We're broadcasting from 4 different locations. We got Placerville represented. We have West Sac represented, and we also have Davis, California, home of Hassan Minaj,
you can see me in that special.
and Sacramento, California, right there on Broadway at 1710 Broadway. We will be giving out our individual addresses this evening. If anyone wants to send a SWAT team, because that's what they do on Twitch. I understand.
Ooh.
Swatted? You getting swatted?
I wish I would get swatted just for visitors. Let's meet your contestants really quick. We got just right next to me. We have Benton Harshaw. Hey, Benton.
Hey, John Ross.
How are you?
Quarantine. I'm doing good.
I do like your beard. I do like
Thank
your
you.
attempt at a beard. I do like.
Okay.
Is
I bring you
everything okay?
I bring you into my home virtually for you to insult me. I like this. I am shaving it because I think it's a defeat to the quarantine. Like if I'm not keeping with my regular schedule of shaving it, then I'm admitting that life is not normal. So I'm gonna shave it soon to get back to that. Also, I look pretty creepy in my Zoom classes at UCD. Right.
So the beard is basically like not going to a baseball game after 9/11. It's like the terrorists one if you didn't want to enjoy your regular life.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we're still a free country.
It's weird how a beard doesn't represent. All right. Let's move along. Thanks for getting some free time to come play with your friends. Willie. Hey, how are you?
Hey, man.
Everything going good?
Yeah, everything is great. Heads up, I'm riding this beard until the wheels fucking fall off. I'm not shaving shit.
Well, you work at an airport, so.
Yeah,
right? You work for the, you're an essential worker. What exactly do you do at the airport? Do you fly planes?
No, not anymore. Now I do a lot of sitting.
Yeah.
Today I searched YouTube.
So are a lot of people? I have a ticket to fly out on April 15th, but I'm like, are there a lot of people traveling or
No.
not a lot? Because
No.
a lot of the flights are saying they're sold out, but I'm thinking they are social distance sold out. Like everyone one seat. Is that the truth, or is it just like?
They are distancing on the plane, so I mean, I could see that, like, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, flights are like, like maybe just 2 weeks ago we were getting like almost 200 bags, and now we're like loading like 20 bags. So
wow,
it's
cool,
but easy work, so it makes me happy.
Yeah. Very good. Wow. Well, Thanks for that, Willie.
You have that.
Jesse Jones.
Uh-huh.
How's it going?
Oh, all right. I just realized there was just mass confusion. I had to run over to the screen. Like when you logged off earlier, and I had to switch up the windows. I forgot that that Willie and Benton were in the wrong spots. So that was the toughest Benton's ever looked with Willie's name underneath him. So I just had to shuffle everybody up real quick, so there was no confusion.
I want Willie's name to be Benton Harshaw now. Everyone will just assume he has a British accent.
Yeah.
Benton, me.
I'm Irish.
Willie
Travis. Willie Travis.
And Benton Harshaw.
That's better. I had a teacher in high school that he said it like that to me every day. He refused to say my name normally.
Benton
Yeah,
Harshaw.
like that. Exactly like that.
God, it's such a conceited name. You know?
Yeah. I avoided a more conceited name because my dad could have passed his name down to me, and then I would have been David Hare Harshaw the Fourth.
Hare?
Hare, Hare.
It's in the name.
David Hare Harshaw.
Yeah.
David Hare Harshaw. That's so fun to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
It's cool. It's
Jesse,
cool that
were we talking to you, or did we get cut off?
Oh, it doesn't
we
matter.
We were talking to you.
Yeah, I was just running people through how
right.
that is not Benton Harshaw. That black man is not Benton Harshaw.
Very good. Jesse and I could switch names and nothing would change.
Yeah,
Just
no.
Just two boring white men
Yeah.
in their 40s. All
Thanks.
right,
Thanks for that.
you guys, let's play Stab, because I have to take a pizza out of the oven.
That's our life now.
There it is.
Red Baron.
Jesus. Ooh.
All right, this
The one and
first
only.
segment is called Reorganization. Please take the following acronym, reimagine it. What does it now stand for? Who or what does it now represent? This happened to me last night with wine. Tonight's acronym, drunk. Benton, what does drunk mean to you?
Alrighty. All right. Into character. Here we go. Hey, my name is Detective Chip Ahoy, and I'm here to give my report on the failure of an NYPD department that recently disbanded. I know an investigation into negligence is being conducted, and I'm not going fully on record. I am going fully on record to tell you my firsthand account. Our county was having lots of trouble with DUI drivers, so a group of officers decided to try and get into the mind of a drunk by becoming drunks themselves. They called themselves Drunk, which stood for Detectives Researching Using Numerous Cocktails. I first knew they were in trouble when they spelled cocktails wrong. They demanded on being drunk for most of the day as to recreate an alcoholic's experience. We had problems immediately. They were late to work, smelled bad. One day, I found one of the officers processing his own kid. I asked him why his kid was here, and he said he didn't do dishes good. I had to drop the kid back off at school myself that day. I actually brought a record of one of the incidents I had with them. So the video starts with them confronting me. So I'm going to hit play here. Where are our guns? Where my gun? We took them away from you for the time being. Who are you? Are you a cop? Yes, I am a cop. You are also a cop. Shut up, fascist. The one with a gun. They were the worst when we had to do direct lineups. So they would direct police lineups. I have a video of that too. Here it is. All right, everyone, line up on the back wall. Face forward. Step up to the line, everybody. Now put your left foot in. Now put your left foot out. Now shake it all about. Do the hokey and turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And you're all guilty. Case closed. The chief actually blew his gasket when they were using the morgue to store White Claws. We did catch more people with DUIs, so it was a success. But they were mostly the cops on that unit, so hard to say. And report.
Very good, Benton Harshaw. Very good. Detectives. Ooh, I forget what you said.
Detectives under, I don't know.
All right. Let's get. Willie Travis, what does drunk mean to you?
Yeah. So drunk means dubiously ran under a nation of crunk. Right? You know, I mean, they're like bumper stickers, right? But like for asses and like whatever, like a laptop, or you know what I mean, whatever you think of when you think of crunk. You think of a nation of really hesitant crunk fans. So, that's that's exactly what that means, and nothing else.
All right. Willie Travis. One more time, I'm having to tell my kids to shut up. Apologize.
Shut up, kids.
Jesse Jones,
Yeah.
what does drunk mean to you?
It's the 1950s. All of our resources are infinite, with no danger of ever possibly running out, and not a single one of us will ever conceivably feel repercussions for anything that we ever do. Plastics are here today. Hip, hip, hooray! Forget the days of heirloom hand-me-downs cluttering up your cabinets, cupboards, and pantries for generations. Now is the time of quick and easy, single-use and disposable finite ownership and planned obsolescence. That's right. The world is ours, and will continue to bend to our will for the remainder of time. So use it, chuck it, and buy it again. Straight razors can kick bricks and toddle down the avenue now thanks to our brand new drunk razors from Wasteco. What's a drunk razor, you ask? Why, friend, it's right there in the name. Disposable razors. Use, never keep. Get that chin back to a sleek showroom shine. Then pitch that plastic punum pruner straight out of the window for all it matters. Because remember, chum, once plastic is out of your direct line of sight, it ceases to exist completely. Science fact. But if you're one of those worrywarts bent on the recyclability of what should right and truly be thrown away, why, all you have to do is pitch your plastic items on your neighborhood recycling bonfire. It releases all those plastic particles harmlessly into the air to become your next disposable purchase. So remember, none of your actions have repercussions. And fish have told all of our most trusted science men in English just how much they love the sweet, sweet taste of floating plastics. So do your part in buying as much as you can and then throwing it right the fuck away, starting with Wasteco's new drunks. That's right, disposable razors. Use, never keep. There it is.
Very good. That was reorganization. All right. How did it sound to you guys? Everything sounding okay?
Yeah.
Who
All
could
right.
know?
Yeah, I'm on Zoom. I'm not on this. I don't see the stream.
Yeah, right.
I'm going
The-
to check in with the streamers really quick. It doesn't
The
seem like
loudest
anyone-
thing in this show is your children in the kitchen.
I'm gonna murder them. Okay. Here we go. This next segment is called the top 3 Google searches of. Please compose the top 3 Google searches from the perspective of that guy who dances in the background of every live remote news feed. We had a little confusion about that. So the guy that's always in the background of a news feed, if he tweeted or did a Google search, what would he have searched on Google? We'll do one at a time. We'll start with you, Benton Harshaw. What's your first of 3?
Could today's show window be broken by brick?
Very good. What's your first, Willie?
Can you OD on gas station Viagra?
That's a good question. No. Jesse Jones.
I made Fast Action News field reporter Tess Fairbanks roll her eyes in disgust in the middle of her reporting from this house fire. Does my biological father love me yet?
Very good. Benton Harshaw, you're second of three.
Where to download TikTok?
Very good. Willie,
Where to buy those douchey soccer shirts and True Religion jeans?
and Jesse.
Did you see how upset 8 on the scene correspondent Micahondro Pena looked when I did that cartwheel in front of that hospital? Father, acknowledge your baby boy.
Very good. And Benton, you're third of three.
If I get on the news a lot, will my wife love me again?
Very good. Willie?
This is several weeks after that first search. Feel good, burn good?
Very good. And Jesse Jones, bring us home.
Hostage situation, schmostage situation. That sweet running man I popped and locked behind Channel 12's 6-time local Emmy-winning reporter Victoria Stallworth must have reminded my dad that he forgot something. Someone. When he left me in Food Max with that note pinned to my shirt when I was 9. Breaking news, Victoria! I'm still that scared little 9-year-old boy! Watch me dance, Dad!
All right, that was the John C. Google searches out. Very good. All right. That brings us to our third segment of the evening. God, this is fucking awkward. It's called This Was Today Once. Benton, on this date, 1955, the American Civil Liberties Union announces it will defend Allen Ginsberg's book, Howl, against obscenity charges. Also on this very date, 1996, suspected Unabomber Theodore Kaczynski is captured in his Montana cabin. How did you choose to celebrate the aforementioned events in tandem?
Cool. So a lot of people don't know this, but Ginsberg and Kaczynski's were actually very close friends. I mean, come on, a gay poet and woodsy terrorist. No shit they were going to become friends with each other. They had a correspondence with each other in the few years that they had overlapped in life. So this is when Ted was 13 and Ginsberg was in his 50s. So I actually found some of their letters. This one is from Ted Kaczynski. Hey, Alan, could you buy me some beer and maybe some C4 too? Sincerely, Teddy. And this one's back from Ginsberg. Hey, Ted, I can get the beer, but not sure about the C4 on a poet's salary. Can you believe this Harvey Milk guy? What a hack, am I right? Sincerely, Alan Ginsberg. This another one from Ted. Hey, Alan, please get me C4. I need it for school. What a bummer, right? I know. Hurry up. Sincerely, Teddy. This is back from Ginsberg going back. Hey, Ted. No, you silly Billy. I can't get you C4. Hey, weird question, but what slurs do you think you could use in poems too many times? Sincerely, Ginsberg. And this is the last one from Ted. Dear Alan, fuck you, man. I thought we were friends. I'm just gonna ask Harvey Milk for some C4. Yeah, that's right. He's my friend. We talk shit about you. P.S. You might not want to open my next letter. Sincerely, your former friend. That's the end.
Very good, Benton Harshaw. Very good. Take a bow. Take a bow.
Kaczynski's manifesto. This is just personal Benton. It's a good read. It's a good read. I don't agree with how he advertised it, but not a bad manifesto.
Out of all the manifestos, it's a good one.
It's got some good points.
Yeah.
You should have blown people up, though.
One of the toughest parts of self-publishing is the promotion, though.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Willie,
Yeah.
on this date, 1973, Martin Cooper of Mortorolla makes his first handheld mobile phone call to Joel S. Engel of Bell Labs. That was 1973. Also on this date, the year 2000, United States versus Microsoft Corp. Microsoft is ruled to have violated United States antitrust law by keeping an oppressive thumb on its competitors. How'd you choose to celebrate the aforementioned events in tandem?
Well, first off, I've actually studied the entire phone call in question. It can be found on pbs.org and is graciously sponsored by viewers like you.
Like me?
Exactly like you. Yeah, man, it all starts, Let's Get It On starts playing, and, he opens up his little, mobile phone because it's mobile. And, Angel picks up, right? And he's all like, Coop, you called it. What's up? And Coop's all like, we did it, boy. You know what I mean? We about to put mobile phone technology on the map, son. You know what I mean? Like, them boys up in the lab is putting in work. You know what I mean? Can you imagine how many dick pics will be transmitted by 2020? And I say 2020 here now in 1973, because not only does 2020 just sound way far out from our perspective here in 1973, but phonetically, it's just more appealing to say 2020. 2020. With that said, where the weed at? You have been disconnected. And as far as BG goes, look, man, I mean, he's probably had a hand in every young person's rubbing one out. I love you, Bill.
Very good, Willie. Very good. Was that the end?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good, Willie. Jesse Jones,
Yeah.
We're moving on to you. On this date, 1975, Bobby Fischer refuses to play in a chess match against Anatoly Karpov, giving Karpov the title of world champion by default.
Yeah.
Also on this date, 2010, Apple Incorporated released the first generation iPad, a tablet computer. How did you celebrate these things all mixed up?
So I figured out, like 3/4 of the way through writing all of my stuff, that almost all of them involve yelling. So it's a different voice, but it's a yelled voice. Him.
Much like Anatoly Karpov and Steve Jobs, I too, High Emperor Groucho II, Lord of all Stabdonia, Tsar of the Troposphere, and rough and tumble splash master of the Yuck Boy Nation, remain the undisputed, unquestioned, default and unopposed ruler supreme of my own particular niche domain. That being the regional comedy and humor scene, specifically as far east and west as, say, Folsom to Dixon, and as far north and south as, arguably, Olivehurst to Galt. A vast, fruitful, sprawling empire which I dominate with a wacky yet acerbic fist. And so I've returned in my semi-annual-esque appearance on this plane of comedia. Metaphorical tablets clutched under my very real, very muscular arms. Decrees waiting to be decreed upon you, the easily decreed upon. Hunker down and brace for impact, decretins. Decree the first! The game of chess will be now known as Nerd Squares. And no movement of any piece on the board will be deemed official or complete unless the player punctuates it with a sad, defeated whimper, signifying their understanding that each move does nothing more than bring each player closer to death's ultimate checkmate. Decree the second! iPads, Fire tablets, smartphones of any and all ilk, and other personal computing touchscreen technology abominations will be now known as life-sucking parallelograms and are only allowed to show streaming stab comedy theater programming. Decree the third. During this time of uncertainty, Ice Cream Thursdays have been extended to encompass the entire calendrical week. As most of us are utterly unable to tell without prompting what day it is in the moment, all bets are off. Ice cream for everyone! Decrees decreed. High Emperor Groucho has done his ordained duty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must retreat to my ice cream jacuzzi, where my adoring public anxiously awaits to congratulate me on another appearance well executed. High Emperor Groucho, away!
All right, this was Today Once. Very good, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Gentle people. We appreciate that. That brings us to our fourth of 5 segments this evening. This segment is called Location, Location, Location. Haven't done it in a while. Congrats, everyone. You're all the owners of the following businesses in the following shitty locations. Benton, you sell kittens in a town fully populated by dog lovers. Let's hear it.
Fuck yeah. All right. I realized I can do this to get into character. So I'm gonna. Hey, you. Yeah, you. With the loneliness in your eyes and the lack of a non-human companion, step into my alley, why don't you? My name's Paws Anderson. Nice to meet you. I deal in a frowned-upon trade around here. You might have heard of me. I've been chased out of town and into a tree many a time. I sell cats. Only the finest selection of feline friends. Why should... I had to scroll down. Why should you want a cat? Well, I'm glad you asked, sir. Cats and dogs aren't that different. If you think about it, a cat is really just a depressed, more agile dog. Lassie saved a kid from a well. A cat would have just stayed home. A cat trusts you. A cat isn't nosy like a dog. They respect your boundaries. A dog is the coworker who thinks they need to talk to you every time they pass your office. A cat is your boss. He only talks to you when he needs to. A dog will just eat your puke. Just eat it right there. Imagine if you were at a party and threw up. A guy just runs over and starts eating it, and he's happy about it. His tongue is out, and he's just loving it. Would you call him your best friend? No, you'd euthanize him. A cat would just knock over your beer. He's not being an asshole. He knows your limits. He's trying to help. I know my cat's good, sir. I once sold a tiger to Joe Exotic. He offered me some meth and a good time, but I kept things strictly professional. I got Siamese, Persians, Bengals, you name it. I even have cats. A lot of cat names are also after types of humans, which is kind of weird. If you don't believe I got the product, well, check this out. Look at all these cats. He opens this, there's a whole bunch of cats just hanging. Just hanging like that. He's like, oh, you want to buy? Oh, you want to buy all of them? Wait a second. You're just a bunch of dogs in another trench coat. Oh, shit. And then he runs away. It's the end of the bit.
Very good, Benton.
And there.
Very good. Great job. Great job. Great acting.
Call me Benton Quinones.
Sound like Mo from Mo's Old Town Tavern. Very good. Very good. Willie, your turn. You run a china shop on the most active part of the San Andreas fault line. Bring it.
Yo, Fred Durst here, letting you know that I'm back at it, boy. You know, doing things. You know, compared to just sitting in a white room for 12 hours straight staring into an invisible void. Yeah! I bought a china shop in San Andreas Fault, boy, because we're going to break stuff. Various rare handcrafted pieces, hand selected by the Queen of Fine China, Nicki Minaj. So if you're up for it and understand what I'm doing here, because I don't, come down to my new generation, located in the nookie between Quaker's Donuts and
Very good, Willie Travis. Doing first Fred Durst impression.
Fuck yeah, Quaker's Donuts.
Jesse Jones,
Yeah.
you sell hot soups to people who live in an area that is moderate in temperature.
Soup! Get your soup here. Soup selling at a completely unhindered rate. Nice hot soup, not encumbered in the slightest by outside temperature factors. Why, my granddaddy told me when I asked for money to help me open this here soup kiosk, he said, it's not even cold out. How do you expect to sell soup in uncold times? And I stared blankly at him while slurping oodles and noodles straight from the pot, right in his stupid, stupid face of this drunken fool who raised my dad. That's like asking, how do you expect to sell anybody any cake when it's nobody's birthday? For one, it's always somebody's birthday, stupid. And for also, cake is sold all the time, every day. Everywhere people have the free will to decide that today is a good day for fluffy icing smeared goodness. And so is soup. Soup is beholden to no climate. Soup will not be reined in by your foolish notions of when you might like soup. Why, just go into any grocery store, anywhere, any when in the world. And there are entire aisles dedicated to any soup you could imagine, most of them whom require heating. And not once have I attempted to buy a can of soup only for the employee at the register to look at me, my item in hand, pulling a thermometer from under the counter to deny me the sale of soup based on the ambient temperature of the region in which I was attempting to purchase soup. The soup business continues to be so good, in fact, that I'm somehow able to comfortably maintain this soup kiosk, a venue which traditionally does not house soup inside this mall, a mall which itself is a dying enterprise, as one of the last remaining thriving businesses operating in this mall in the year 2020. In fact, outside barometric index, be damned, soup thrives. So come. Enjoy a ladle, cup, or heaping bowl of my steaming hot, frothy brothy from Soupy
Very good, Jesse Jones. Very good. Benton Harshaw. You too, Willie. Great job. That brings us to our fifth and final segment of the evening.
Oh, yeah.
Which is sponsored by Venmo at Stab Theater. You want to send us money? You can. Feel free. That's our logo. Our slogan.
Copyright
right.
that'll pay for the theater right there.
Woo. This brings us to our fifth and final segment. It's called Write an Erotic Poem About It. Gentlemen, please have written an erotic poem in regard to the following things. Benton Harshaw, let's hear your erotic poem about a bowl of chili.
All right, here we go. You changed my life. You were made by my wife. The beans you held were round. Thank you for bringing me to Pound Town. I never thought love would find me in a ceramic bowl. Your touch has taken its toll. I run to the bathroom, exercising my right for my bowels to begin their fight. Oh my, you've made my heart take flight. I want to be there for you, but you are inside my poo. You were my greatest friend. Why must our time come to an end? Oh fuck, that's the ticket. Your exit is going to give me rickets. My life was waiting for you. I don't want to lose you to the loo. Your curvy beans exit my bum. I feel real bad in my tum-tum. That's it. And I also just cleaned my laptop screen.
Rhymes too. Very good, Benton.
Oh, it does.
Thank you for that. I hope everyone enjoyed that at home. That's right.
I heard my family cowering in the other room.
I'm sure all of your college professors are proud.
They're not. They don't. Stop it.
All right. Willie, let's hear your erotic poem in regards to society in general. Society in general.
All right, so I don't know much for poems, all right, but I'll say this, all right, do good, all right, because I have a lot of terrible, horny thoughts. I literally evil laughed at the thought of honking my horn while some grandma was rushing to pick up her grandson who had just fell while driving down the highway. I would never do this, obviously, but it was super funny and I got slightly hard. I pushed cotton. All right, I don't know why that happened. You know, I recently had to do the hardest, most adult thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I ended a relationship, like in person. Like, who the fuck does that? It's weird. You know, to tell you that it was tough, you know, because she had all of the streaming services and, you know, we're being quarantined. But I mean, look, man, all right, tell people the truth when they need to hear it and, you know, console people who need to hear it because we all need both. And, you know, we all need both of those things.
That was beautiful.
Fuck.
Very good. Very good. Who am I to tell you what a poem is?
Never heard of them.
Very good, Willie Travis.
A poem can be anything. I don't care.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it's pretty.
That's just the libs telling us what to do. I wouldn't listen to poem structure.
Big
PC.
poems. All right, Jesse.
Yeah.
Let's hear your erotic poem in regards to retirement.
Mm-hmm. I long for you. I ache for you. I can feel you inching closer and closer each and every day. But then I remember, I'm not my grandfather. I'm nothing like any member of any generation before me. I'll never know you. Never feel your warmth. Never know the sweet exhale of falling into your embrace. I will instead chase you every day of my life, convincing myself that you can still someday be mine, knowing deep in my heart that I can never have you. This is not an erotic poem. This is no poem at all. This is me just now, just finally admitting to myself, I'm going to work until I die. Falling face first into my keyboard, one last clickety-clack thrust into the heart of my endless chase after dreams which can never be mine. Like you, retirement. I might as well wish one day to be a 60-foot-tall robot or to fuck a cloud, both of which are infinitely more reasonable goals than ever someday feeling your sweet, relaxing release. I'm sorry, everybody. Here. I almost forgot this was a comedy show.
All right, I think that's the end of Stab. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Overtime for all the comedians: Song Night, Benton Harshaw, Willie Travis, Jesse Jones. If you'd like to hear more stabs, go to one of our many online outlets, the primary of which being Spotify, or come right back here to Twitch, our Facebook Live, or YouTube. Thank you guys, and have a good night.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. Good stuff, guys.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody online.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, always.
Virtually.
Thank you guys for doing it. This awkward, weird way that we do things now.
Yeah.
This is the wasteland, fellas.
Yeah. We're not allowed outside of the green zones. So we got a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow. All of a sudden, calendar
what's going on tomorrow?
Calendar filling out. We got stuff all evening. Basically, we're gonna take you in our warm streaming embrace and smooth your hair. And tomorrow at 5 is Fill My Heart. They're live again. They keep plugging it out Saturdays at 5. Then at 7, the Dregs of Craig's guys will be attempting a streaming from their home. And 9 o'clock, Jason Mack and Real Live Comedians are going to give some live, distant stand-up comedy a try. A lot of things that we're trying out tomorrow. We're just rolling things out, trying to fill up as much of the air as possible, and hopefully entertain you at home. That's the goal.
Well, sounds good. Also, if anyone out there wants to donate to Stab Comedy Theater, our Venmo is at Stab Theater, or you can go to stabtheatercomedytheater.com, and we have a PayPal up there. On Sunday, also, if you're a comedian watching or someone that wants to record a comedic set, go ahead and record yourself in front of a camera just like this, doing 5 minutes of your best or worst material. Does he have a fan? And then you can send that to socialdistancingcomedy@gmail.com, and we'll play your clip. So
yeah, and you can all be like Evelyn, who just donated on Venmo. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Or
Jesse, we need the cam girl sound effect whenever we get a donation.
Just the I don't know what that sound possibly is, so I can't make a reference to that.
Little gift plays on the screen.
Thank you, Bobby.
And we also, don't forget, we've got a new way for you to contribute. We got our first Patreon this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. And from you'll never guess who.
Skip Bacon.
No. Stephen Langston, our first Patreon patron. Is that? I don't know. I don't know the terminology. So yeah, we got our first Patreon. Evelyn says, "Love you." Thank you, ma'am. We love you. We appreciate you guys being out there and loving us back, because we're doing this because we love you guys. So yeah, Patreon, Stab Comedy Theater. There, it's on the screen, over there above John's head. The Patreon and the Venmo are over there. Thank you guys for watching. Check us out tomorrow, starting at 5, running all damn night. Basically, we're gonna break them up every stream, but we'll continue coming back. And we're doing this all over the impatient heads of Benton and Willie. Sorry, guys. Appreciate you guys for not like signing off and then leaving this weird mix mash jumble of windows. So yeah, we'll leave you guys. We'll leave you guys. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow.
All right. Good night.
All right. See you later. All right.
Bye, guys.
Don't kill your kids, John.
Time to live and let die, and you can't get another try. Some